Is the fit right? Get the right fit for your body, your fitness routine. This video is going to be all about fit because you could have the most gorgeous clothes on, but if the fit isn't quite right, then you are not wearing the clothes are wearing you. And here are your two biggest reasons to pay attention to fit. One, if the fit isn't quite right, you could be giving off a sloppy first impression. So in the uber successful classic TV show, Seinfeld, there was the character George Costanza. And as you know, he was kind of a schmuck, maybe the appropriate word for that. And one of the ways that they helped portray that character is they intentionally made his clothes not fit quite right to help have that kind of sloppy, sort of unkempt, not quite right appearance to make you go, something's a little bit off, right? And they were able to do that. So his character walks into frame, you see him on the screen, and it's already telling volumes about him without him even opening his mouth. So the same thing could be happening to you. You walk into a room and you could be giving off the wrong first impression simply because of the fit of your clothes, even if they are gorgeous clothes. The second is to know, is it a deal? So if you're shopping places, even Nordstrom Rack, TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, outlets, those kind of places, a lot of times some of those garments end up there because they have slight defects in the garment, and you won't know what those are if you don't know how the garment is actually supposed to fit. This is extremely important as we've just finished off the video series Oats Wheel on my YouTube channel, which is all about getting designer pieces at a discount. So again, it's awesome to find a deal, but you want to make sure it's a deal that's going to work for you and your body and it has the right fit, okay? And I could do that because I made that mistake before, so that's why I know this is one of the important reasons you need to know about what is a great fit and how to get that, okay? So we are going to cover many different body types and go through what fit and what are your problem or concern areas based on your body type. So here's a few that we're going to cover. We're going to cover tall, petite, apple. So apple shape is generally you carry your weight in the middle. If you were say you had a problem area on your body, you would probably identify it as your belly. So you might be a pear-shaped person. Generally, you can have very thin arms and legs, but it's the middle area where you carry a lot of your weight. There's the pear. Again, the widest part of you is generally going to be your hips. The lower half of you is wider than the upper half of you. There is hourglass. This is a very curvy figure, but it's more balanced, meaning the measurement of your bust and your hips are probably about the same. Okay, so you have the hourglass. And the exact opposite of an hourglass is what's called a ruler body shape. You can see it's in direct contrast to a curvy hourglass. So ruler is going to be basically straight up and down. It's sometimes also called the athletic body shape. You might hear other people call it that. And I actually add in another body shape that maybe other people don't. And I call it the upside down pear. You can see I purposely put it between the pear and the hourglass. So if the pear is bottom heavy, the upside down pear is going to be top heavy. So this is your largest measurement is going to be your bust area generally. And you would be considered, you may refer to yourself as top heavy. Okay, so this would be the upside down pear. And again, not everybody has these same exact body shape profiles, but these are the ones that I use. You've seen in other videos, these are the ones that I've used, and they may be called different things by different people. But here's what we're going to cover in this video. So get ready. So when we cover the different topics, you are going to look for these shapes and icons on the video to know if it's applicable to you and your body shape. Let's get started. First, I want to say that this video has been brought to you by a YouTube subscriber that has suggested this video. So if you go to what we call our suggestion box, it is this video on our YouTube channel that is just titled, "What style topic do you want to see?" In the comments below the video, post your suggestion because we actually produce videos based on these suggestions. Everyone that's listed there, we log it and see when we can produce a video for it. So we do look at the suggestion box. Please go ahead and do it. And we love our subscribers and what they suggest to us. And we've even created a playlist on our YouTube channel that is nothing but the videos that have been suggested by subscribers as well. So get involved, get interactive with this video, and make suggestions there. And we'll let you know when your video is coming up as well. So this video is really going to be your fitness routine. So we're going to walk you through how to have fit for these different areas of the body. In this particular video, we are covering the upper body. Again, if you would like to see other areas of the body covered, feel free to post a comment underneath this video or in our suggestion box in the comments section and suggest what you would like to learn about as far as fit, okay? We are going to be covering just the upper body in this video. We've limited the scope on this because this is a topic that could go on for days and days and days. So we have arms, stomach, and your bust area. Again, this is how to get the right clothing fit for these areas. If you think this is an exercise video, you may want to find another channel. We're not going over that. I'm going how to get the clothes to fit correctly for these different areas, okay? Just the upper body for this video. First up is going to be your arms. So this is how you want to not look on a day-to-day basis. You can see that this shirt clearly does not fit. Of course, the buttons are popping open. It's tight around the stomach, the chest, and you can see the sleeves look really short. It looks like she's wearing somebody else's shirt. That's not the first impression we want to give off. So how can we get great fit in our tops so that we don't give off a first impression like this? So let's just take a regular blouse, and I chose a button-down one because it's a typical one people might wear to work. This is also you can wear on the weekend, style it with some jeans and some ballet flats. So for this, my lovely model for this is going to be one of the sketches from Style Recipe Cards. This is Janelle, so we're going to use her to illustrate this point. So the first thing we're going to cover is shoulder fit. So obviously this seam on your shirt should align with where your shoulder meets your arm, okay? So just like that, we see it on Janelle. It should not be all the way down here. That means it's too big. It should not be up here. That means it is too small. And again, this is important because if you're out there shopping, you're trying on a top and you're like, it didn't look like it looked on the hanger. Look at the seams. Are they aligned? Are they in the right place? Are you wearing the wrong size? Do you need a different size? Do you need a tall? Do you need a petite? That could be the reason, or maybe there is a defect with the garment, okay? So again, this is what to look at to make sure you have that right first impression of you're wearing clothes that look great on you. Next is the sleeve length. So a lot of people may not know what is actually the appropriate fit for the sleeve length. So if you have a long sleeve shirt, the appropriate length is, it's going to be right past your wrist bone. So maybe 3/4 to 1/2 inch maybe below your wrist bone, depending on your proportions, but just a little past the wrist bone is what's going to be considered the right fit. If you put your hands down at your side and your shirt goes all the way past your fingers, that means it's too big. And I have to admit, sometimes when I'm styling, I am looking for something that's oversized. That's the fit, that's the style that I'm going for. But in general, if you're looking for something that fits, it shouldn't be going like past your fingers, right? And similarly, it shouldn't be like all up on your wrist if it's a shirt that's intended to be a properly fitting blouse. So the body types this is of concern for, again, we're just covering upper body routine in this video, but this is a concern for people that have that tall body shape or that petite body shape. And so what this is you may get in and go, it doesn't quite fit right, and you may not realize that a tall may work better for you or a petite may work better for you. So if you're in a dressing room, you're trying something on, it's not working. I'm not very tall. I'm slightly above average as far as height, but I do have long limbs. When I started buying tall clothes, things started fitting me a lot better, okay? And I would not have known. I'm like, I'm not supermodel tall. I don't need tall clothes, but I put them on and they fit. You don't know unless you try and experiment, and you may be surprised. Similarly, it doesn't quite fit. Why does everything look oversized on me? You may want to try a petite. You may not be very short, but maybe your proportions are that of somebody with a petite body type, and that fits better for you. You don't know unless you try. It takes an extra minute to just try on a tall or petite, and it could be life-changing because all of a sudden your clothes fit better, and you had no idea you were in one of those categories. So that would be my suggestion for you. Additionally, for people that are tall, it's sometimes hard to find sleeve lengths that are good for you. So a suggestion would be to get what's called either a bracelet sleeve length or a 3/4 length sleeve length. And I've gone over this in one of my videos on my YouTube channel. I think it's called It's All in the Wrist, or It's All About the Wrist. I think It's All in the Wrist. Is a video that goes over why it could be appropriate to wear the shorter sleeve length, because it is very flattering in photos and different things. But for those of you that are tall and it's hard to get that right fit, this may work better for you because they are intentionally shorter. So you can see this is a bracelet sleeve length. You can see that it is intentionally well above the wrist bone. It still looks very stylish, and it's a great way to have something that fits, and you don't have to worry about like, oh, it's still too short, it's still too short. Try getting those sleeve lengths. Additionally, there are sleeve lengths, again, 3/4 sleeve lengths. You can see here, this one is well above the wrist bone. So 3/4 length sleeve is going to be between the wrist and the elbow, as you can see here, and this is a flutter sleeve style. There is a trend of like statement sleeves going on right now, so it's way easier to find many different sleeve styles right now. But for those of you that are tall and you're like, I can never wear blouses that doesn't look like I'm wearing, my little sister's clothes or my daughter's clothes, you may want to try these different sleeve lengths, and they may work fabulous for you. So there's a fix and a remedy for those of you in that situation with that body type. Moving on, in our upper body fitness routine is next the stomach. So how do you know if the stomach fit isn't right? So one is if the buttons are pulling tight and you're like sitting down at a table for a meeting and you are showing skin because your buttons are popping open. The other one could be just you reach up and your stomach is showing a little bit. And again, there could be reasons that you would want to do that. You're going out with your friends, trying to be sexy, trying to do that. But if you're at work, typically, you're not trying to do any of those things. And what happens, again, we're talking about those first impressions, is if you are uncomfortable in your clothes, if they don't fit properly, you are fidgety, and it's hard to be very confident if you're constantly tucking, checking to see if the shirt is still in place, if something's moved around, if you, at the end of the day, was like, why do I look so disheveled, okay? It could be you just didn't have the right fit and you were playing and tucking with your clothes all day long. It doesn't exude confidence and doesn't make a great first impression. So again, one of those shirts, if you stretch up, it's showing too much stomach. If you reach for the coffee creamer and all of a sudden you're, flashing people your belly button ring and that sort of thing, then maybe it's not a right fit. Again, this is an issue a lot for people that are, if you are that tall body proportion, that's a concern of getting tops that are long enough because you have a long torso. So it's always an issue. Things look like a belly shirt or a crop top and it's not supposed to. So that is a real challenge. For those of you that are the upside down pair, again, you are top heavy. So a lot of times the shirts will come up shorter on you than they would on other people with different body shapes. And also those of you that are that apple body shape where you carry your weight in the middle part of you and you would say your problem area is your belly and you don't want to draw focus there. If you're that apple body shape, a lot of times you have this problem too of getting the right fit in your stomach. So one of the suggestions, if you were to wear a blouse like shown on the screen here, if you are an upside down pair or an apple shape, is again to get a blouse, regardless of what size, that fits your bust or fits your stomach appropriately. So that means it's not pulling around those areas. And then you could get it tailored to fit around the shoulders and your arms and taken in where you need to, but it fits properly in the right place. So that is one option for you to get a great fit for you. The other option is button-up tops are very difficult sometimes for people that are upside down pair and apple body shapes. So a suggestion would be instead to shop for things that have a side zip. So the top shown here is great because you can see it's very loose around the middle, but it also has that great side zip. You don't have to worry about buttons down the front and buttons pulling. Okay, so it's a style of shirt. You can just go, I don't even want to deal with it, but I have too many issues with those. Then you need to shop for different tops. So this could be a great option for you. Again, it's loose fitting around the bust and around the stomach. So again, look for those side zips instead of front buttons for you. Make your life so much easier. Again, you won't be that fidgety. You won't be worried and glancing down constantly to see if something's popped up open or that you're showing skin unintentionally. Again, here's an option. This one also has that side zip on it, which is great. The other thing is that it has a ruching around the middle. You can see it's gathering a little bit at the side. And again, that helps provide an illusion. So if you do have a little bit of a pooch or a pouch and you don't, you're nervous about your belly, you have this that kind of disguises and hides it, and it looks like it's part of the top and nobody knows that you actually have a belly. So again, those of you apple, upside down, pear body shape, look for that side zip. It would just make your life a lot easier, and you don't have to worry about being fidgety all day long with the way that the top is fitting. And the last thing we're going to cover is the bust area and how to have the right fit for that. So a lot of times it doesn't necessarily have to be that the buttons are necessarily like gaping open, okay? That's kind of obvious. But it could be even something as subtle as you can see here on the screen. It's pulling just a little bit too much. So you can look at the one around her bust, how it's pulling. You see the fabric pulling apart and the button right above it that's laying nicely. That's how it should also be laying in your bust area. So for this particular one, you would say you probably would need to get a top that fits a little bit better. So one, we already gave the suggestion of actually getting a top that fits your chest area. You fit that because that's the hardest fit, and then you get everything else tailored and taken in to fit you where it needs to. So that is one option, again, that you can do. This issue of perfect fit in the chest area is, again, can be applicable for people that are that apple body shape and upside down pear, but mostly that upside down pear shape. And again, get something that fits your chest and tailor it everywhere else so it has the right fit. Or try tops, like I said, that are a little bit more loose fitting or have that side zip feature that was discussed earlier in the video. So there are your suggestions and your tips to know, is it properly fitting in the arms, in the belly, and in the chest, and what some of those remedies are, and if you are those body types that we have mentioned here, that what you need to pay attention to, and what are particular remedies for that. And don't feel like you have to do this all right away. Don't go just like throw out massive amounts of your clothes, but as you go and acquire new pieces, now when you're in the dressing room and you're trying stuff on, or you're ordering stuff online and trying it on at home, you know exactly what to look for to see, does this fit right? Am I going to be fidgety in this all day? Because remember, if you are fidgety and worried about fit or flashing skin or that sort of thing, you're not exuding the confidence that you want, and you're not giving off the first impression that you want to make. So hopefully this video has been very helpful for you of, is the fit right? And I've given you ideas to know, is the fit right for your arms, your belly, and your chest, okay? This video, we just covered the upper body. There is much more to cover. Like, for example, would you like to see a video on the lower body and how to know if it is the right fit? If you would like to see that video, feel free to post a comment below this video or go to that suggestion box on the YouTube channel and post your suggestion there. And again, now you know how to wear according to your body type. You have your fitness routine for your arms, your belly, and your chest. So it's been a lot of fun to produce this video. Hopefully you guys would be interested in having a part 2 to cover the lower body. Again, reach out, be interactive, get involved, and write your comments for this particular video. And if it's not even a part 2 of this, but it gave you an idea for another video, or you're going, oh, I really wish Aisha made a video on this, again, go to our suggestion box. It is the video titled, What Style Topic Do You Want to See? And you can go there, and below the comments, you will see lots of suggestions there. Feel free to post your suggestion. We do read and log every single one of them. If your video has not been produced yet, it's probably in the queue to make it happen, and we'll reach out and let you know when your video is going to be appearing on the YouTube channel. Typically, we'll go like, it's coming out next week, and we'll post the comment there. So please get involved, post a suggestion, because if there's a topic you want to know about, more than likely it's somebody else watching this channel that has that same question, so you'd be helping out other viewers as well. This video is really about getting the right fit and helping you to make over your clothes and how you wear your clothes. However, if you want a more overall comprehensive makeover, you can learn how to go from plain Jane to captivating and chic. Just visit the website nomoreplainjane.com and you can learn exactly how to do that. Again, that's a more comprehensive makeover. This one was just about your upper body fit, right? So if you want a more comprehensive one, it's a 7-part makeover series that's emailed to you. I think you get 1 lesson a week. Feel free, again, go to nomoreplainjane.com to sign up. And again, these videos come out regularly. Once a week, I post a new video, and the best way to get those is to subscribe. It goes right there in your feed. You know as soon as a new one comes out. Don't forget about our channel. Subscribe. Thank you for watching, and again, get involved and suggest a style topic of your own. Thank you so much for watching this video.